If you are a director or existing shareholder of a limited company here in the UK and are thinking of or just wanted to know why and how to issue new shares to individuals, then keep watching. In this video, we'll be covering the 4 most popular reasons why you would want to issue new shares, what exactly is an issuance of new shares, and what tax needs to be considered when issuing new shares. Before we get started, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell to make sure you're kept up to date with all of our latest content. This really helps us to produce more helpful videos and to get you free quality advice from real qualified accountants. Now, when we state why you would want to issue new shares, it is in the context of you being a majority shareholder and or a director with authority to issue new shares on behalf of your limited company. Whilst the following 4 reasons are by no means exhaustive, through our years of observation and experience, we have managed to distill the most popular triggers of a new share issuance. Number 1 is you want to issue shares as an incentive to a new business partner or co-founder who will bring crucial skills or assets to the business to help it grow. Number 2, you want to issue shares to a spouse, family member, or friend. Number 3, you want to issue new shares to private or angel investors in return for a monetary investment. And number 4, you may want to issue new shares as part of a share option scheme to employees to incentivize and reward them. In this video, we're going to focus mainly on reasons 1 and 2, and we've roadmapped to do a video on reasons 3 and 4 in the near future. So make sure you subscribe and click on the bell notification icon to get the alert when it is released. Before we continue with today's video, we're thrilled to be launching the Accounting and Tax Academy membership site this year. We'll be posting downloadable resources, tax tutorials, and exclusive courses that you won't find anywhere else. And the best part of it is, it's absolutely free to join. Head to the link in the description box below to find out more. Let's break this down with a simple example. Bill incorporated his limited company BB Limited on the 1st of January with 100 ordinary shares at a nominal value of £1 each. In addition, he started off with what is known as model articles. These are basically the default articles of association, in essence the company's constitution under the Companies Act of 2006. So Bill is the sole 100% shareholder and director of his new small limited company. Business is going well, and 12 months later, Bill wants to issue a gift of shares to John, his adult son, in exchange for John's social media and marketing skills. Bill decides to issue and gift John 50 of the same ordinary shares he holds of £1 nominal value each. Because Bill holds 100 of the current share stock of BB Limited, the company will have to allot another 50 shares that can be then gifted to John. By doing this, the total share capital rises from 100 to 150. And this, in simplicity, is what is known as an issuance of new shares. Bob's total shareholding has now been diluted to 66.6%, and John owns 33.3% of BB Limited. Now, there is a process that needs to happen in accordance with the Companies Act 2006 before an issuance is legally acceptable. It's not just as easy as writing out an email or verbally agreeing it with John. There are resolutions and forms to complete, to name just a couple of steps. We've put together a step-by-step brief on issuing your new shares to help you understand the process. Click on the link above to head to our website and download it for free. So continuing with our example of Bill gifting shares to his son on behalf of BB Limited, Bill issued 50 new shares that were gifted to his adult son, John, who now owns 33.3% of BB Limited and is entitled to 33.3% of any declared dividends, as he holds the same class of ordinary shares as the existing shareholder, Bill. But gifting and receiving shares does not necessarily mean either Bill or John can ignore tax implications. After all, if John had bought some shares for £1 and went on to sell them for £50,000, there would clearly be a capital gain and thus potentially a capital gains tax implication. Whether any capital gains materialises depends upon the value of the shares that were gifted to John and possibly some other factors. Had the shares been gifted on day 1, so remember that was on the 1st of January upon incorporation, when the company value was most probably 0, then effectively capital gains tax would not be an issue. However, let's say BB Limited was valued professionally at £100,000 by the time John was gifted 33.3% of the company. He now has inherited £33,333 of value. So the question of capital gains could arise. But you may be asking, John never paid anything for his shares, they were gifted to him. That is correct. There was no consideration either by way of cash or non-cash equivalents. But HMRC in such instances will always look at the deemed value of the gift, regardless of whether any consideration exchanged or not. In other words, what were the shares valued at the time of the gift? Depending upon your circumstances and situation, this can be a little tricky area of taxation, so we always advise you seek professional advice and assistance in this matter. The main takeaway is that if there is a transfer of shares, whether for monetary value or as a gift, always think about getting advice around any potential tax implications. Now, the good news is, if Bill had instigated the gift of shares to his spouse or civil partner, then this transfer would be exempt from capital gains tax regardless of the value. I hope this video has helped you gain a basic understanding of issuing new shares and some of the tax considerations here in the UK and taking you one step closer to knowing your numbers. As always, let us know in the comments your thoughts on today's video or if there are any topics you'd like to see us cover in the future. Finally, be sure to like and subscribe as this really does help us to get our content out there. This is Tony D'Angelo for the Accounting and Tax Academy. Thanks for tuning in.